Imagine this. A critical mission, miles from anywhere, and suddenly the skies just open up. Your team is out there, completely reliant on their gear, but what if that uniform, the one labeled waterproof, isn't actually, truly protecting them? It's more than just being uncomfortable. It's a serious vulnerability. Because, as we're about to find out, not all waterproof uniforms are created equal, not by a long shot. Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting right into the critical and honestly quite nuanced world of waterproof uniforms. We've taken a really comprehensive guide on this, pulled out the key insights to help you understand what really keeps people dry and functional, even in the worst conditions. And this isn't just general info. We're talking specifically to defense folks, procurement teams, government decision makers, and also textile professionals. The people tasked with making sure units have the best possible protection. So our mission today is pretty straightforward. Cut through the jargon, look at the tech behind these uniforms, and basically give you the knowledge you need to pick the right gear. Consider this your shortcut to being properly informed on something that's, strategically vital.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, I think, is that choosing the right gear isn't just about comfort, though that's important. It directly impacts readiness, operational readiness. And overlooking it can actually significantly increase risks. Procurement teams often face this challenge, right? How do you get that heavy-duty, totally waterproof protection, but also keep things lightweight and breathable? It's a tough balance. And the consequences of getting it wrong, they're felt by the people on the ground. The hidden cost missions being less effective, maybe even medical issues from exposure, they often outweigh spending a bit more upfront on quality gear.
Okay, let's unpack that a little more. You mentioned mission critical. Why is a truly waterproof uniform so fundamental for success out there? What happens if that gear fails?
Well, the consequences are pretty severe, and they cascade. When a uniform gets soaked, the first thing is discomfort, obviously. But it gets worse fast. Wet gear is heavy gear. It drains body heat, which can lead to hypothermia, even trench foot in such conditions, which is serious. And it's not just physical. Think about the mental side. Your speed drops, concentration goes, morale plummets. You start losing faith in your equipment. Ultimately, it really hits mission effectiveness hard. Think about troops operating in, say, tropical storms in Latin America, or monsoon conditions in parts of Africa, or even those sudden downpours you can get in the Middle East. Standard uniforms, they just can't handle it. They soak through, get heavy, mess with body temperature. So genuinely waterproof gear as part of a whole protective system becomes absolutely essential. It's about maintaining peak performance, really.
That really drives home how serious this is. And it's clear, like you said, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Can you break down those different equipment best for categories from the source? Who needs what kind of protection specifically?
Exactly. The needs vary a lot. It depends on the job and the environment. So for units in really heavy rain areas, think military patrols, outdoor security, the focus has got to be on properly robust, fully waterproof outerwear. We're talking jackets, ponchos, made with membranes that can handle constant rain. And importantly, tactical shoes and boots that are completely waterproof. Keeping feet dry is crucial for staying mobile.
Okay, that makes sense for heavy rain. What about other conditions?
Right. Then you've got, say, mobile police units, patrol teams working in cold and wet climates. Their needs are a bit different. They need warmth, but also agility. So you often see soft-shell coats and pants with waterproof membranes being used. These materials offer good flexibility, they breathe well, but still give solid protection against rain or sleet. Lets them keep moving without getting soaked or overheating.
And what about high-risk roles, like firefighters?
Yes. Firefighters, certain industrial workers, they face extreme conditions. High risk, often very wet. Their gear firefighting suits, heavy-duty workwear, needs to do more than just repel water. It has to resist heat, maybe chemicals, abrasion. It's not just waterproof, it's a multi-hazard protective system. Really specialized stuff.
And you mentioned even small items matter.
Absolutely. Don't overlook the details. Military officers, law enforcement, outdoor personnel, even their insignia, their map cases, radio pouches, backpacks. These accessories need waterproof specs too. A soggy map or a dead radio because it got wet, that can be just as bad as a soaked jacket. It's about the whole system being protected.
That level of detail really shows how interconnected it all is. So thinking bigger picture now, beyond keeping individuals safe and comfortable, you're saying this choice has wider strategic implications, affecting budgets, long-term readiness?
Oh, definitely. Choosing the right waterproof gear actually helps extend the life of all that expensive equipment. And it leads to better results in the field, consistently. When your people are properly equipped, comfortable, they're ready for anything, whatever the weather throws at them. That means a higher operational tempo, better mission success rates. And for a procurement officer, it's not just about saving money on replacements down the line, although that is a benefit. It's more about the total cost of ownership. Good gear means less downtime because of equipment failure or weather-related sickness, fewer medical bills, less training time lost. It means your units are ready to go when needed. That readiness, that's a strategic value you can't easily put a price tag on, often missed in simple cost comparisons.
And where are we now? What's the cutting edge today?
Today, we're seeing solutions that are even lighter, more flexible, and importantly, more sustainable. We're combining lightweight laminated layers with strictable soft-shell fabrics, and we're using more eco-friendly, durable water-repellent DWR coatings on the outside. These offer great protection but are also durable and allow more freedom of movement. There are also different types of membranes now, like advanced polyurethanes, BU, and thermoplastic polyurethanes, TPU. And different ways of constructing the fabric, 2-layer, 3-layer, Z-line, or laminates, each offering different balances of weight, durability, breathability. The push is always towards lighter, stronger, more adaptable fabrics to meet the demands of modern operations, reduce fatigue, and boost agility. It's a constantly evolving field.
Okay, that evolution makes sense. So bringing it back to practical terms, when someone is looking at a label or a spec sheet, what is the real practical difference between water-resistant and waterproof? For our listeners making these critical gear choices, getting this right seems crucial.
Absolutely crucial. And it's a distinction that causes a lot of confusion. It really boils down to the manufacturing technology and how they perform. So water-resistant materials, they offer some protection, mainly against light rain or splashes, but they do not provide complete waterproofness. Usually they achieve this with that DWR coating we mentioned, the durable water repellent finish on the outer fabric. It makes water bead up and roll off. Think of it like waxing your car. But DWR wears off over time with use and washing. And under pressure, like heavy rain or kneeling on wet ground, water will eventually get through.
Okay, so water resistant is like a first line of defense, but limited. What makes something truly waterproof?
Complete waterproof fabrics are fundamentally different. They have a full water blocking capability because they use an internal membrane or coating, like the EPFE PPU we talked about bonded to the fabric. That membrane is the real barrier. But, and this is incredibly important, the fabric itself isn't enough. You must have sealed seams.
Sealed seams, why are they so critical?
Think about it. Every time you stitch fabric together, you create tiny holes with a needle. Water loves finding those holes. So truly waterproof garments have those seams sealed, usually with a special waterproof tape that's heat applied over every stitch line. Sometimes they even use ultrasonic welding. This sealing process is meticulously done and tested under pressure, hydrostatic pressure testing to make sure there are absolutely no leaks. Without sealed seams, even the best waterproof fabric will eventually let water in. It's a system. And that's exactly the approach companies like Raff Military Textile take. They focus on advanced fabric solutions and construction methods to create a complete waterproof system. Their range jackets, ponchos, pants, boots, backpacks, even insignia, it's all designed to work together. To protect? Yes, but also to allow movement and airflow so people can do their jobs effectively, whatever the weather. No weak points.
That explanation, especially about the sealed seams and the system approach, is incredibly helpful. So, pulling all this technical insight together, what does it mean for the person actually making the decisions on the ground or in the procurement office? How do you take this knowledge and make the smartest, most effective investment?
Right. Let's make it practical. There's a great example highlighted by industry experts. Think about a security unit dealing with intense, unpredictable rainy seasons. Their standard uniforms just couldn't cope. They got soaked quickly, became heavy, restricted movement, people got chilled. It severely limited how long they could operate effectively. So their solution wasn't just buying a new jacket. It was implementing a complete waterproof system. Soft shell coats, water-resistant packs, pants, ponchos, boots, all designed to integrate. And the results? Immediate. The team could stay out longer, operate more effectively in extreme weather. That's a direct impact on mission success, a real tactical advantage.
So what are the key takeaways, the recommendations for those procurement officers or government reps listening?
Okay, based on that understanding, a few key things stand out. First, prioritize buying complete matching systems. Get the jacket, pants, boots, maybe gloves, accessories, all from a reliable source, designed to work together. This avoids creating weak spots where water can get in. It's tempting for procurement to buy pieces separately based on budget lines, but that often undermines the whole point. A great jacket with leaky boots, not effective.
Right, the system integrity. What else?
Second, really emphasize comfortable gear. Look for those high-performance breathable membranes, but also consider the ergonomic design. Comfort isn't a luxury here. It's essential for performance. Gear needs to allow natural movement, manage sweat effectively, not chafe. Look for features like articulated joints, adjustable cuffs, ventilation zips maybe. If people are fighting their gear, they aren't focusing 100% on the mission.
Good point. And the third takeaway.
The third is understanding that the best waterproof equipment is actually cost-effective in the long run. The total cost of ownership idea again. Quality gear lasts longer, endures tough use, needs replacing less often. But more importantly, it enhances the readiness of your units. Factor in fewer sick days from exposure, less downtime, better morale, higher mission success rates. That overall readiness has huge strategic value, way beyond the initial price tag. And maybe one final thought to leave people with. Beyond that immediate discomfort of being wet, think about the other costs, the cascading costs, the ones you don't always see immediately. What are the costs of inadequate waterproof protection? Not just equipment damage, but maybe mission delays, compromised data, or even just the psychological wear and tear on personnel who are constantly operating below their best because their gear isn't quite right. It's a question that goes much deeper than just the fabric, really. It hits the very core of how effective a unit can be.
That's a really powerful thought to consider. We definitely encourage you to keep exploring these critical technologies. Think about how a truly comprehensive waterproof system could boost the capabilities of your own personnel. The goal, really, as always, is finding that sweet spot, the right gear system that delivers top-tier waterproofing, but also gives you the flexibility and the durability your teams absolutely demand, so they can do their jobs effectively, no matter what the weather decides to do. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.